What's going on YouTube? This is LC with Law Crypto. Thanks for joining me today. Today I have part 5 Enjin Coin. Now you know I've been with you for Enjin Coin before it had its massive run, and I'm gonna be with you while it's taking this downslide because I'm gonna show you just why it's making this sharp decline and the metrics to look out for. That is going to be our safety zones. That means it's going to be our levels of support. So please like, subscribe, and share. Now let's dive into it. So today I have Enjin Coin. This is gonna be an update, and right now the price is $1.24. You see that we're down 10%, and I'm gonna get into the chart in just a little bit. As you can see here, 24 hours, we're in a decline, and a 14-day mark. It looked like we had some strong consolidation, and we just started dipping off around September 19th on a major decline. Now, the whole market is red currently, but what I want to show you here is the new chart I have at Enjin Coin and some great support levels. Now, without further ado, let me dive into the chart. Alright, so this is my Enjin Coin chart. You could have seen all of this in the last update. I have these previous levels here, and currently, of course, as you know, we did take a dip just like the rest of the market because we had a head and shoulders formation build here, and at our lowest marks here was around 73 cents. And of course we have a double bottom there, and we started to take back off. And what we can see that we're starting to see some nice building blocks to the upside. Right now we're taking a huge decline. Let me see here, it's from this mark to where we are currently. The candle here says we had a negative 47 drop off, and what I'm going to currently show you is this long-term fib retracement because I'm very confident in Enjin Coin. I think Enjin Coin is going to take over in the future. So I want to make sure you guys understand why I love NFTs and why I love Enjin Coin. What we see here is our 836 on our long-term fib retracement, and it held ridiculously strong, okay? While the whole market was screaming bloody murder, this thing held like the shining knight in armor because what we have is a wall of protection. I want to let you guys know, I see right here at 0.74, which is 74 cents, I see a wall of protection. I don't think it's going to be able to break past this wall if we continue to stay in a bull market, and I do believe we're in a bull market until the end of the year. But what I now see is that we want to have this bleeding slow down. I want you guys to understand 74 cents is the major wall protection. I have another wall here of support at $1.06, but let me show you a short-term fib retracement just to see if this thing can slow down and cool off a little sooner. I'm gonna get some of these other lines out of here so we can get a little clearer. Okay, so let me first show you the next level of support on our long-term fib retracement, and that's gonna be our 786. So the 786 is gonna give us a price of 94 cents. Now let me get this out the way. Zooming in here, I see that we're slowly approaching our 786 on our short-term fib retracement, and this is basically going to show that is right next to our other support line at $1.06. So if it dips down to this area, I see these both being huge levels, and they're both going to basically form together and use each other as a strong layer of support. All right, so that's why I hold these lines up here a lot of the time. It gives me a stronger guide to understanding how price is going to move. All right, so boom, just throw that in there. I'm gonna have that whole area as a strong layer of support. Now let me show you my trend indicator, and what my trend indicator is showing me that we're in extremely oversold regions. So I'm waiting for this thing to finally start to pop its head back above this line because it's showing that the market is being extremely dramatic, and what we have here is not a really good time to buy. I always want to wait until this thing can cool off. So just when it pops back above into our range, this is all the range within this area, okay? So once it pops back in there, I still wanna wait to see if it's going to stabilize. I feel like you never want to catch a falling dagger in this market. When this pops above, I want to see if it's going to do a nice bounce over here in this range, and you can use both the trend indicator and your retracement as a paired system to show that it's a valid buy entry. Okay, now the next thing I want to show is, before we get into the RSI, I want to basically illustrate what this baseline is doing. The baseline is on a steady decline. I need this thing to first break past the baseline. The baseline had broke through around September 7th, and we have not yet been able to break above it. So I don't buy anything. I'm still holding all my Enjin Coin, but I'm not gonna buy a new bag until we can finally break past this baseline, because the baseline is showing where the trend is going to be currently going. Now, let me dive into the stochastics RSI. Okay, so what my stochastics RSI is showing me is that we're still under our 50 line, and the 50 line is going to be a good radar to say, hey, we're going back to the upside. Of course, it's going to give us a lot of signals, but we're going to want to see some bounces on top of this 50 before we're starting to say, hey, the momentum is starting to move back upward. But right now, we're in a short-term bearish trend. So the stochastic RSI is going to continue to make these waves, but a lot of them are starting to basically hold underneath the 50. That means the momentum has not yet changed, okay? We want to see more of those bounces on top and not underneath. So just look out for that. I want to make sure you guys are staying safe in the market, because I'm in here to make money, and I want to make sure I get in the best buy entries. Now, if I say, hey, this thing would not be able to break past our 0.74 mark, I want to see what price action is going to do for our new price predictions, and I'm just going to draw this thing out. So with our fib extension here, you see we're going to have swing high to swing low. And again, I'm using this mark because I'm not sure if the bleeding is going to stop in this area. So I'm just going to be safe and use this mark. You see here that we have some metrics that I already had in the past. So these metrics are still going to hold true. But with our new 1.27, I'm going to move that up. It's going to be $5.70. And our new 1.618 is going to be right here at $7.08. And on the high end, I'm going to drag this thing up to $10.97. Now that's going to be my long-term price prediction here. If the market starts booming again, as I definitely know is going to hit $10, but I need to wait to see if that's going to be in the next couple of months. I can definitely see when the bleeding first stops, I can see us hitting the $5.70 mark. But of course, we want to look out for this huge resistance here, because our all-time high, or our previous all-time high, is always going to be a strong resistance mark. All right, so we have to first break past this $3.98 range, and once we break past that range, I can definitely see us going to $5.70. But of course, once we cool off, stabilize, and start to go back upward, I want to definitely make sure you understand that once it hits this all-time high mark, it's definitely likely that we're going to take a dip, because it needs to cool off. And then once we start to show some stability, that means consolidation in this zone, I can see it going up to $5.70, or shooting right past that and going to $7. But first, we got to wait and see what action we have with Enjin Coin, what news is going to be apparent, and to see if the weak hands are going to finally shake out. And a lot of the market is inflated right now. You have to understand, a lot of people are buying and they don't understand what they're buying into. But of course, this Enjin Coin community is very strong. So with it being listed on Coinbase and a lot of people doing their research, and of course the legacy fans here with Enjin Coin, I feel like this thing is going to continue to boom. So just watch out for this price action. Again, I want to make sure you guys are not running scared. Follow these metrics here, and I think we're gonna hold strong support around this first $1.09 mark to $1.06 mark. And of course, after that, 94 cents is going to be a huge metric for us as a wall of support. And the next one, again, is going to be at 0.74, which is 74 cents. So if you like that one, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm gonna keep coming to you with this great content. And if you need crypto consulting services, please reach out to me at lawcrypto13@gmail.com. I'm gonna help you guys as much as I possibly can. And like always, I'm gonna keep trying to find ways for us to make money in this market. So stay tuned for the next one.